All right, I am going to walk you through the self-affirming icebreaker. I also call it flip your values. All right, first, I'm going to share my screen. So you don't have to stare at me in my pretty little headset. Give me 1 second. All right, here we are. As you know, in this class, as composers, we have to understand our identity. With our identity comes who are we and why. A lot of that, values for sure. Where do our values come from? Well, let's talk about that for a second. In finding and understanding our values, what I would like you to do in this particular assignment, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be using a tool called Flip. All right. And here is where you're going to record either your voice or you can record yourself, your beautiful face, and share with us either a story or an object that has helped you understand your values. And let me tell you how that's going to work. So go ahead and read Values by Sherry Buessler. Very simple, short little reading. And then also make sure you read the grading criteria on the section below so you're absolutely clear about what it is you need to do to earn credit for this assignment, which is pretty simple. I'll walk you through a little bit more. If you are on a computer, please make sure that you use the Chrome web browser to complete this assignment. And if you are on a phone, please make sure that you download the Flip app, but do not create a Flip account or sign in. You don't need to do that. Open the Canvas Student app, connect to our course by entering View College in the school field, and then navigate to this assignment. Okay, instructions. The first thing I need you to do is to reflect. Go back, read Sherry Buessler's values, short, simple, to the point. Take a look at understanding what are your real values, what are your ideal values. And then once you kind of have an understanding of what real and ideal values are, look at this beautiful list. Look at all these beautiful different options. These I've actually pulled from the book. I tried to put some of them in, together. So that way you can go, oh, I see how these might be very similar. Okay, pick 2 or 3, up to whichever 2 or 3 you want. It's all up to you. This is your values, your world, you do you, okay? Once you've done some reflection on values, maybe you're like, I don't know how to find what my value is. Here's a little trick. What irritates you the most? What really grinds your gears? Like, say, maybe when somebody lies to you, oh, that makes you so angry. Why is that? Go back. Oh, it's because honesty happens to be one of your values. So you can actually work backwards if you need to, okay? So that might help you if you're stuck. For me, I already kind of know, like, humor, I know creativity, I know safety and security are definitely some of my values. So anyway, what I want you to do is once you've done that reflection, I want you to look up at your top 3 values that you chose, and I want you to reflect on your life. And how do you do that? Again, you can work backwards. You can think, why are these values very important to you? And then I want you to ask yourself, what actions do you take or what actions do you plan to take to ensure these values? Like, what do you do in your daily life? If you can't stand lying, you then strive for honesty because you value honesty. You know how that works? Okay. Lastly, now that you've kind of had an understanding about how you apply these values in your life, I'd like you to think of a story or a personal event about your values. Like, what could you say that where you go, oh, okay, I can see how, this affected my values. And I'm going to show you an example of what my values were in a little bit. Okay. And then if your values are not connected to an event, maybe there's an object. Maybe there's an object for you that makes you go, oh, this is why I like this particular value. Okay. And then what does that object create for this value? Again, this writing, you're not going to have to turn in, and it's all for you. Write wildly, write freely. You do you. This is all meditative, right? All meditation on who you are as a person. Why? Because you're a composer. What you're going to do next, though, while you are a composer, I'm also going to have you share either a video or a recording, a voice recording of your story, or obviously a video to show us your object, okay? So I'm going to scroll down a little tiny bit. This is how to record and submit. There's the camera and microphone troubleshooting, and then there's also the Flip accessibility. These are very, very helpful if for some reason these instructions don't work for you. It's not hard, but it is something where, if you haven't done it before, it might take a little bit of finagling. So don't panic if when you first start this, you're like, oh, I don't understand. That's okay. Just go slow. And then again, doesn't have to be perfect right away. You can take a couple recordings if you want. You can pause it, you can edit it. mess around, kind of learn a little bit. All right. So don't panic. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to see either your beautiful face or hear your beautiful voice and look at your really cool object or hear your awesome story about how values apply to you. Number two, listen to reply. Listen to your peers' responses and find two people that you have something in common with. And then leave a video or voice reply for each of those two people and describe what it is that you have in common. Okay? Super easy. You just select a video of one of your peers at the bottom right of the video. You're going to see a little comment, Delia Bob icon. As an English major, you think I'd be better at words here. Okay. And at the bottom of the comment list, you can either choose to write something or you can add a video comment. It is up to you, whichever you feel most comfortable. But I'm sure if you're like me as a student, it's kind of more fun to see when somebody talks to you because it feels more real. So if you have an opportunity to record a video, please try that. Just for funsies, try something different, right? Okay, again, here's your need help. Grading criteria, I just need a voice or a video response to the discussion, right? About your values, maybe a story or an object. And then for your comments, I want you to find two of your peers and then make sure you give them a response, okay? So give me 1 second. I'm gonna scroll over here. See where it says load self-affirming icebreaker, flip for your values. Click on that. It's gonna bring you to our actual assignment and you're gonna see this fun little video. We're gonna play it really quick. All right, so there's that. I didn't mean to wink. Okay. And then here, if you need, I also have a response. Okay, and that was my example. So anyway, all right. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Aside from that, we are good to go. I'm gonna stop sharing really quick. So that way I can get to my record. And then we're good to go. So have fun, enjoy.